Number of Wayne Rooney Premier League goals and the number of Ryan Giggs Premier League assists. 6 digits code, guys.
Number of Wayne Rooney Premier League goals.
Yes. And number of Ryan Giggs Premier League assists. Give us the code. Number of Wayne Rooney Premier League goals, the number of Premier League goals that Wayne Rooney scored, and the number of assists that...
I have the 6-digit code.
You have the 6-digit code. Okay. Give us the 6 digits.
208-162.
28162. That's right. Hello, wonderful guys. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the podcast Discuss Football with Kenny. And happy international break. We're on international break and we have a whole lot of topics to discuss. I think it's a good thing that we're on international break right now because we have to move away from all this palaver of football, VAR. So that gives us a very good chance on this episode. If you want to test your ball knowledge, this is the best episode for you to watch because we have some interesting games. On this episode, we'll be doing the Scramble challenge. We're going to be doing some trivia questions. We're going to be doing some free the grid. A lot of wonderful games. So if you want to improve your ball knowledge, this is the episode. And I'm not here alone. I'm here with the Prosper West man. The Arsenal guy, where do they give up? And we have a new face in the house. Welcome to the podcast, Azan.
Thank you very much.
So good to see you, a Man United fan. So we'll be discussing about the Chelsea versus City game. Wow, a wonderful Premier League classic. Let's start with the game, guys. Prosper, that wonderful game on was it Sunday? It was
Sunday.
It was Sunday.
You see, I've always said it and I would keep saying it. Chelsea this season are meant for the big games. You get me? Because their major problem this season has been that issue of playing against low block team. And by Manchester United, I'm not sure there's any top 6 team that would want to play a low block when they play their fellow top 6 side. I don't know if you get against Chelsea, against Arsenal, you saw how well they played. Against Mancity, which we just saw, you saw how well they played. Against Liverpool. You can actually categorically pick out their big games as their best games so far this season. And then again, one player that deserves his praise and accolade this time around is Conor Gallagher. I am very happy for his redemption because I've been one of those people trying to preach his gospel or sell his stocks to Chelsea fans since last season that this guy is not as bad as you think. He's not just a player for that build-up phase. He's a second and third phase midfielder and all of that. And it would be, I don't think it would be unpopular for me to say Gallagher has been better than Enzo this season. Yeah, he has arguably been Chelsea top 2 best player this season after Raheem Sterling. Wow. You can place a debate for that. Okay. Chelsea so far this season, I commend Pochettino for what he has done because people have been judging him due to his recent time as PSG. There have been that stigma and all of that, but I commend him for what he has done and he's doing a great job. Because I said it on this podcast too. Yeah. He's doing a great job because if you look at the Chelsea team statistically, you would see they are performing. What is not just there are the goals. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy.
Azan, what do you think about Chelsea? Do you think that they are sending a statement? Because right now they were not getting those results before, but right now it seems the results are coming their way. Do you think they are sending a message to the entire league that we are back?
Well, from my own aspect, I don't really think so. Okay. I don't really think so. Coming from the preseason, Chelsea, they had a very good preseason. Okay. A very, very good preseason. While Nkoko was there and all that. But after the injury with Nkoko and everything, there was this issue because starting from the beginning of the season, you can remember I once said, when we once had a discussion, I said the only issue Chelsea has is with scoring. It's not with playing with each other. They are very, very when you see them play, there's something is going on.
That's final touch.
That final thought is a very, very big issue. So coming to the issue of their big performance against
Mancity,
big teams in the league, it comes to the fact that Chelsea has always been that kind of team whereby, regardless of the situation they are in, whenever it comes to big matches, they turn up.
They are made for the big games.
They are made for the big games. They turn up. But it is only when it comes to, games whereby they have to be the one to make that instant impact, control, dictate the state of the game. That's where they have issues. So, When it comes to the players, yes, Gallagher is a very, very important player in that squad.
And I think there is an honourable mention, Cole Palmer as well.
Palmer, yeah.
I think
that guy has been a very great addition.
I think he made a good move.
I was skeptical of the fact that I said, why will you get Lavia and you have Enzo and you still get Caicedo? I don't see that midfield as something that will actually, maybe defensively it will, but when it comes to attacking wise, there will always
that chemistry will not be there.
So it was a case of solve the issue with that middle of the park, someone that will be spearing the middle of the park, then the attacker, someone that will be converting your chances, not Nicholas Jackson, because I don't understand the way the guy moves sometimes. Yes, he has that flair, he has that hold up play, he has that movement, positioning in the box, but when it comes to putting that ball at the back of the net, there is always a very, very big issue. So adding Cole Palmer has actually made a simple correction to what
everything,
since Nkunku is not around.
And talking about that Cole Palmer, it was a big shock for his former team, Manchester City. In fact, I have a stat here with me. It says in 882 games as a manager across all competition, this is the first time that Pep Guardiola saw his side score 4 goals and concede 4. In his entire career.
That's to tell you
that's a big one.
How great Guardiola has built his empire. For a manager, I can't remember the last time I saw a Man City team concede 4 goals.
That's
to also
scary.
tell you how good Chelsea has become.
They
now,
did
coming
so
to
well.
the goal scoring issue, you mentioned Jackson positioning, which I would disagree with, because one of his major problems so far this season has been his lack of positioning. There have been several scenarios where you should be at the back post. Like, let me use a scenario, Erling Haaland versus Manchester United. Those back post crosses, you barely see Jackson there. There are some balls that come into even yesterday, there were several times where Reece James passed through the ball into the box and Jackson was not there. Those are the kind of ball you expect your strikers to put in. There's something I've commended Pochettino for is this. If your striker can't get you those goals, I would make reference to your team. When Liverpool won the league, the 2019, Bobby Firmino scored 9 goals. But Liverpool had a free scoring side in Mo Salah, you had Sadio Mane, you had Wijnaldum, Origi, anybody can turn up. I don't know if you get. Even my team last season, Arsenal, I always say it and I'll keep saying it. Jesus is not the most clinical striker in the league. Definitely. When it comes to clinical at the front of
I've said it on this podcast that he's overrated.
Even Nketiah himself is not the most clinical.
Definitely.
But the ability of Gabriel Martinelli, Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka
sharing
being able to share
the goals
among the team has been what has helped the team so far. So I feel the goal scoring issue with Chelsea right now, if he can faction his team to be that free scoring side, okay. If Jackson does not turn up, Sterling, you are there. Kopama can be there. Enzo can be there. This, that, and all of that. And for the Enzo brother, he has not actually showed me why he was bought for 100 million.
And you were talking about this Nicholas Jackson position. There is a stat this season. I think is 1 to 5 strikers that have missed a lot of big chances, which means he's getting into these goal scoring positions.
That is what I wanted to.
He's not converting those chances. Jackson is getting into positions. It's not like his positioning is quite horrible. I think that back post of a thing with Erling Haaland, I think that to be a tactical thing by the manager. But Jackson his positioning is fine, but just that final touch.
No.
That's one thing about Darwin Núñez. They have this table. You have Núñez on the table. Haaland is also on the table.
Oli Watkins
is on the table.
Let me get the table.
And that's a very, very good company to be. It's a very good company to be. And when we're talking about these strikers, Erling Haaland is becoming a force. Inevitable. There is a statistics that says Erling Haaland scored his first Premier League goal against Chelsea, meaning he has now netted against 19 of the 21 different clubs he has played against in English football. He has played against 21 different teams and he has scored 19 of them. That means it's inevitable.
You see, the case of Haaland is just doing his job. That is what it is meant for.
But there are a lot of strikers.
There are a lot of strikers there, but when it comes to Haaland, what do you want a striker to do?
I come in for him here. It's this. What's the basic duty of a striker?
To score goals.
And that was what Guardiola bought him for.
Exactly.
I don't know if you get. Now, something I noticed Guardiola had brought in with Haaland also is that hold up play.
Yeah,
if you could remember against Arsenal last season,
he did
the
it
second
very
leg
well.
against Bayern when he played, we brought Haaland into that shadow 10 role, used him to bring the rest of his player into play. I don't know if you get, there were some scenarios like that during the game against Chelsea on Sunday where
I think it was it not Haaland's second goal, this tapping from Bernardo Silva, that there was a VR check on the goal.
The handball.
Yes, I think the build up. Haaland was heavily involved in the build up. Yeah. I think there was a time that he had to nod the ball down. It wasn't.
It shows he's improving. He's improving. But then again, the officiating for that game was so diabolic. That's one of the worst officiating so far. Now you see managers coming out. You saw Arteta call them a disgrace. Roberto De Zerbi say he hates English refs. Even at the end of the Chelsea game, you saw Pochettino. He forgot to even shoot.
It was furious.
The referee.
Yeah, it was very furious.
The handball with Walker. That ball was, and I have a place in me who still believes that that first goal, that first penalty was too soft to be a penalty. The case of VAR this season has been nothing to write home about. It has been absolutely shithole and nothing to write home about. So I feel like the VAR also had an impact in that game also. So yeah.
So another thing I want to point out again is with this issue of Manchester City. Yes, I know Guardiola has built them to a point where everybody believes, yes, Man City is that team that can do anything, can undo. When it comes to football, tactical decision and stuff. But there's something I want people to know. After watching the United versus City game, because that day, that was one of the performances I saw that, no, this is not Manchester City. But still, they won that game. But something I want to do, when you have a very, very hard-working team playing against Guardiola, when you check to last season when Liverpool played Man City, because Liverpool was in a very, very bad state. Man City but prior to that time, we all know Liverpool, Man City.
It's always a very wonderful game.
Beating Man City. But why do you think is the reason? The reason is that Liverpool is a very, very hard-working team. On and off the board, they are moving. And any team that is doing like that against Man City
not just Man City. Not just Man City. Sorry to break you. The thing is this: if you observe teams that play this certain style of possession-based football, linked with the philosophy of Pep, they struggle against teams that press a lot.
They don't want you to come at them.
A perfect example was the Chelsea versus Man City game. Then another example has been Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, which we have seen all over the years. And also Arsenal also struggles against Newcastle and all of that. Those teams that press.
Another example this weekend was Wolves versus Tottenham.
Exactly. Wolves versus Tottenham.
Yeah, exactly. That stability, the Tottenham couldn't get control of the game.
Exactly. So teams that tends to play this possession-based football, this enjoyable football, they most times struggle against teams that press. Play this genge press, high press football, and all of that. And then again, Rodri so far, the performance against Chelsea was questionable. Let's forget about the goal.
It was questionable, and thank you for leading us to that, Rodri. I think this guy is so very crucial in what City do. And there's a stat that says Rodri has scored his third Premier League goal this season, surpassing his tally for last term. 9 of his 17 Premier League goals has given Man City the lead in a match. He has scored 17 goals in total for City. 9 of those goals has been clutch goals. I think when you're talking about world-class players, they turn up in big moments, even when they are not having a very good game. You talked about it that the performance was questionable. I agree with that, because at a point it was a little bit shaky, especially against Palmer in that number 10 area. He couldn't really contain Palmer at a point, so it was questionable. But he still got that wonderful goal for them
to bring them into the game. That's what it takes to have world-class players in your team. They might put in this bad performance and give you that moment of brilliance. That is one thing. And you said something about City so far this season also. I've noticed it. They have not been all that. But one thing so far I like about them is you must not play at your best to get the result. Whatever it takes, just get the results. There was something I think earlier this season, Mikel said something to his players. He said it at the press conference also. Say if we can't win, we must not lose. Definitely. Whichever way you can, just get the result and let's get out of it.
Those are
you must not win. You must, if you remember the title, the treble run of Man City They never won every game convincingly. There are some games you have to go dirty. You have to dig deep.
It is very much part of football.
No matter
They are
how
ugly victories.
Exactly. So no matter how they play, they get away with the result and all of that. It becomes a thing of it becomes a talk of the town when the results are no longer there.
And that means they are matured. And
they are matured enough.
Talking about that maturity,
Yeah,
are you scared that City are getting more mature day by day?
Well,
Because this dominance is becoming so much in the EPL. Are you scared that they are getting mature?
Well, I won't really say I'm scared. And one of the reasons I would say that is because the Premier League is filled with managers that are aware that Mancity is dominating, and this dominance is too much to the extent that we have to cut them short.
Exactly.
So no, we have tactical managers that are doing that. You see, Arsenal last season, they were about, if not for, that maturity was what Arsenal needed last season, but they were not able to get it.
Yeah.
But so it's not really a case of being scared. Yes, Man City, yes, they are very, very good and their team is getting mature. But then again, you still see glimpses of shortcomings, just like the case of Rodri. Just like the case of whenever they face a high pressing team that knows how to do their assignments very well, there will always be issues. So, well, I feel like with a little bit of time or managers will definitely, since it's not like as if the dominance will last forever, as long as we have managers that are willing to come in and, overtake, just like we have Klopp, we have, the level of managers we'll have in the Premier League is too high.
Right. Then again, you can't compare their pocket size to that of Guardiola. If Guardiola wants, he gets.
He gets, yeah.
Definitely.
If Guardiola wants, he gets. That is his kind of thing. Even the Chelsea game, you could see at a point he removed Doku and brought in Grealish. You could see he wanted ball retention. I don't know if you get at the final third. He brought in Grealish. Then that was about 3 number 10s on the pitch. Later during the game, he brought in Kovacic. You saw he wanted a ball carrier. I don't know if you get. With each substitution he makes, you can't read meaning to it. It's not almost that way for every manager.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get it.
He has those options on bench
to
change his tactics.
So whichever ball you bring to the party, he has one instrument for it from the bench. So I feel like he's well equipped for other teams to catch up with him. I said something. Man City are 4 steps ahead of everybody.
4 steps ahead.
They are well run.
Where do you see them finishing this season?
They won't finish outside top 2.
Yeah, realistically, where do you see them finishing?
Realistically, I see them finishing second.
Coming from a fan's point of view.
No, I'm being realistic.
Who go top the table?
Na me. Come on, baby.
Azar, where do you see them finishing?
Well, I'll stand on it. There's no team good tactically. When it comes to the structure and everything, the manager, just like you said, they have that bench and everything where they can exhibit any form of tactics. So I still feel like Man City, top 1. Just top 1. Just 1.
They are winning the league again. I'm tired of it.
I'm sick and tired of it.
I'm tired of it. The Premier League is becoming boring. Because if we are going to say that this is the biggest league in the world, it should not be dominated by a team. Because we have world-class manager in the EPL. At least the last time I checked, there is a Pep Guardiola in the league. There is a Mikel Arteta. There is Roberto De Zerbi, Jurgen Klopp, Eric Ten Hag. You've got Unai Emery,
Thomas Frank,
Mauricio Pochettino, and Postecoglou. Good managers are tactically sound. They know what they are doing, but still yet they can't get close to Pep.
That's why I said they are 4 steps ahead of everybody.
The reason why they are 4 steps is when you look at it. Mourinho called it football heritage. Because when you look at this thing we are seeing now is not a result of yesterday.
Yeah,
it's a result of successive good decisions from the past, from taking Guardiola as the next manager. And if you remember, this same City team were winning the league despite Guardiola not being their coach, Mancini. So they got Guardiola. Guardiola did that systematic rebuild where he got in players, took them out, brought in another, took them out, and every season you're always saying changes.
It's always refreshing.
You will know that Man City is doing one thing or the other. Yeah. More they're always 4 steps ahead, and that is why I believe
they're a well-run club.
They're well-run. Top 1 is just the best thing you can give them.
And if we're to close the City Chelsea game, there is a standout guy in their defense line, Thiago Silva. He refuses to H. Now he has joined the company of the likes of Ryan Giggs, Teddy Sheringham, people who scored, and when they are 39 years old, who have scored 39 years old scorer in the
That's what you call the old fine wine.
Oh,
He
fine
never
wine.
gets old.
He never gets old. Do you think the man is kind of underrated? Because when we're talking about the Chelsea team, people don't really give credit to Thiago Silva. When people are talking about the elite defenders in the EPL, people don't really remember Thiago Silva.
Yeah, I feel it's
Is it that
it's
people are underrated?
Because if you bring in conversations for all-timer conversations,
He is never there.
You can even hear people go as far as even mentioning Ruben Diaz,
Ruben
and
Diaz,
not even mention
Vincent
Thiago.
Kompany.
I don't know if you get.
Thiago Silva is never in the
has-
conversation.
For a Brazilian they have this stigma of not doing so well at old age due to injury and all of that, and he's still one of the best defender in one of the best league in the world. I feel he's underrated. He's actually underrated.
Something I see in when I want to look at a very good player, not even a very good player, a world-class player, is the mentality. You know, when you understand the game, Thiago Silva understands the game. It's not just about, okay, yes, I know I'm 38 or so, but I know when to do like this, when to move.
His ability to read the game,
so
exactly.
That's one of the major things that is making him look like as if he's not even 38.
He's smart.
Very, very
his
smart.
ability to read the game. If you observe something with his defending, he does not put himself in an uncomfortable position where you both have to run because he has lost the pace.
Yeah.
So he puts himself at a position where he gets an advantage
his
over
position
you.
is
So I
love that.
He's elite. He's elite.
And
You can't take
the
that away
performance
from him.
of Chelsea, since they are not really up there, is contributing to people underrating that Thiago Silva is.
Thiago Silva, exactly. He's doing a very wonderful job.
When your team is being successful and doing well, you get all the accolades.
You get all the accolades.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that underrated guy, Leonard Trossard. I think this guy, I don't understand why Mikel doesn't really believe in him starting over any other person in that front line. You know, whenever Trossard is on the pitch, he proves, he's always proving his worth. Before Trossard came in, I think it was a Mukielo Modric that Arsenal were chasing.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
Trossard was the backup option for Modric.
I think if the two teams are going to look at it, Leonard Trossard has been a better bargain than Mukielo Modric.
For 27 million.
That's the bitter truth. And he scored against Sevilla in the midweek, and weekend again he scored the wonderful goal, although he almost got himself injured. But to you, you're an Arsenal fan, would you, now that Gabriel Jesus is injured, who is your top striker, the first choice striker, do you think that Trossard starting ahead of Nketiah is the way forward?
Yes, because personally, I've never seen Trossard as a winger in the system we want to play with. Arteta likes his wingers being wide, and Trossard has never been a wide winger. He likes those pocket space, those.
Just like Diogo Jota.
Yeah, just like more like that is exactly the word. Is Arsenal's own Diogo Jota. I don't know if you
those
get
pocket players.
If every time Arsenal release a touchline video after every game, there have been videos where Arteta have been yelling at him, Trossard, stay wide, Leo, stay wide, Leo, stay wide. He's not that guy. So for me, I believe he should be starting ahead of Nketiah, because when he plays, you see one thing people don't notice is, and I've mentioned it on this podcast, when Jesus plays, Martinelli plays better. And every of our attackers play better. But when Nketiah is there is this lack of dynamics, this vibe that lacks the connection. I don't know if you get. Martinelli play better when he have this striker that can come with him, play 1v1, he drops deep, create chances for him and all of that. And that's what Trossard has been. So he has been a bargain so far. And let me tell you one funny statistics also. So far, he has scored 6 goals for us this season. And those 6 goals have been assisted by Bukayo Saka. And each of those 6 goals is either to put the team ahead or to equalize the game. So he has been exceptional, and he has been one of those players that have been overlooked at the squad. So yeah, I feel he should be starting over Nketiah. But it's just a case of personal sentiment of him. You know, they wear the big Thierry Henry number 14, and you can't be coming from the early end academy and all of that. Not taking anything away from Nketiah, I rate him highly, but I just feel for the way the team wants to play, Trossard should be the second choice.
Starting ahead of Nketiah.
Well, what I think is, I've watched Trossard coming in recent matches, and I've seen his understanding of the game is very, very elite. Very, very elite. I think as compared to Martinelli in Nketiah, I want to use Martinelli because I feel like Trossard should be playing that position. But
ahead of Gabriel Martinelli.
He's not effective.
That's what I want to talk about. But I feel like Arteta's choice when it comes to that left winger, has the type of quality Martinelli has. You know, Martinelli is explosive.
He's explosive, very, very.
But Trossard is that kind of player that does this link-up play very well. Do you understand? So, and it all comes down to the coach eventually.
What the coach really wants. I think who is your left-sided defender? I think it is Shevchenko.
Shevchenko, Tomiyasu.
So Tomiyasu, most of the time, Arteta wants them to invert into the midfield. He doesn't want them to overlap. And so definitely one guy has to.
And Trossard is not the kind of winger that will stay wide.
He does not stay wide. That has been one of his issues.
Yeah,
and then again, you need to understand. The wingers he is building right now is something for long term. I don't know what if you grab like Martinelli Saka combination. It's something for long term. The next 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah. So bringing in Trossard in place of Martinelli might just erupt or kindly bring a fracture in what you are building and all of that. And one thing I commend Trossard also for someone who came from Brighton who had that issue of he has attitude problem. And coming to Arsenal, being a squad player, not starting, and anytime he comes up, you don't see him complain. He just does his bit and he do his bit and he goes. And I commend him also for that. Yeah.
So I have a game for you guys. It's quite challenging a bit. It's called the Scrabble Challenge. So the games are the names of footballers. We've arranged them not properly. All you need to do is make the proper arrangement. Tell us the name of the footballer. Once you get it, once you're done with your arrangement and you have the footballer's name, just tell us the name of that footballer that his name has been arranged not properly. So which footballers let me see this. Which footballer's name is that? You have to rearrange them. Think about it very well. Think about it. Just say the footballer. Just tell us the footballer. Think about it very well. Take your time, guys. If you need a clue,
Saliba.
Yeah. Bravo. That's William Saliba. So, a point to Azan. So the next question, still on the Scrabble challenge. I'm going to give you another name. So, which footballer is this? Think about it. Rearrange the name properly. If you need a clue, I'm here.
Haaland.
Yeah, that's a point to Prosper. it's getting intense here right now. So the third question right now, I think it's a point to you guys, a point apiece. So which footballer is this? Which footballer is this? Think about it very well. Rearrange the name. Rearrange the name. Get it. Take your time. Think about it very well. If you need a clue, I'm here for you guys.
Valverde.
That's 2 points to Prosper and a point to
Federico Valverde of Madrid.
Azan.
No, I wanted to mention Valverde, but from what I'm seeing, it's not Valverde.
So the final question of the segment. So which footballer is this? Which footballer is that?
Benzema.
Wow. Prosper is the king of Scrabble challenge. Wow. That's 3 points to Prosper and a point to Azan. Now I'm winning you for this challenge.
No, the thing is, I saw Valverde, but there was no double V.
So probably maybe you do well on the next challenge. Let's see.
Try again later.
So before we go into the next challenge, I want us to get to the white half of North London. Tottenham. Early dreamers, but right now they are falling off the cliff.
The new Arsenal.
The new butlers. Why is it always that people that are always bottling things are always in North London? Is it that there is a beauty there?
There's no beauty.
Beauty there.
There's no beauty.
So,
The thing is,
what do you think about this Spurs?
the thing is, I'm happy they are vindicating what I said on this show.
Oh
I
yeah,
should be raising my shoulder.
you did. Do like this.
Because I said it. That
You said it.
against Chelsea would be their downfall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
said
was what I said.
definitely.
I said the game against Chelsea would be their downfall.
Yeah, if you want to see your future, if you want to know what the future holds for you, just contact
You
us.
can meet me. You can contact me. I will tell you what the future holds for you. So now, coming back to Spurs, the thing is, what they have is beautiful. What they are doing is beautiful. But I have an issue with Ange or whatsoever.
Ange Postecoglou.
Yeah.
Angel.
Angela or whatsoever. So, or I can call him mate. He likes that word. Mate. I have an issue with mate. The thing is this: his team's defensive structure is a bit scrappy. I was opportune to have a conversation with a Celtic fan on Twitter, and he said the same thing, that even his time as Celtic, this has been one of their issues. His defensive structure is a bit scrappy. But so far, what he has done is beautiful, not taking anything away from him. Coming into the league, immediately you put yourself into the title charge. Back 3 times manager of the month. You are playing one of the best exciting football. Tottenham now has an identity.
And it is what
After Pochettino left, finally we've seen the Tottenham we used to know. Then they never even felt the absence of Harry Kane.
And Azan, do you think he has this tactical ego? Because Ange Postecoglou will always play the eye line. Like he will always say, mate, that's our philosophy. That's the way we want to do it.
That is what I actually want to cite. I think he's very stubborn in his approach.
This
And
tactical
that is when you come to the Premier League. I mentioned someone like Eddie Howe when he was at Bournemouth. Eddie Howe likes attacking.
Yeah.
Even Guardiola mentioned that when you are playing Bournemouth, regardless of the scoreline, they're always coming out.
Yes.
But when you see Eddie Howe now at Newcastle, you see that there has been, some tactical differences from when he
That
was-
mature,
Now this Newcastle team, when they play a big side, they play this 4-5-1. This 4-5-1 mid block, where it's difficult for you to break them down
Get
and all
through
of that.
them.
So I felt he has learned,
He has
and
learned.
that's the same thing. Also, Arteta has also learned that you can't dominate every game in this
game.
league.
Exactly.
Most games you just need to win ugly, and then you move out from
Because
it
you have to understand that you are not the only brilliant manager in the
in the league.
Because
Exactly.
every other manager are trying to outclass you. So when you look at Ange, especially against that Chelsea, I don't understand how you have 9 players.
9 players and
And
you
said regardless of whatever, we keep attacking.
And he said if he goes
Even if
5 men.
5 men.
And I blamed him for Van de Ven
injury.
Because if you had never kept that
Island,
he wouldn't have had that option to
To
run.
recover.
So now,
He was trying to recover.
The funny thing here, even before the game, we've discussed about it, how Chelsea struggle against low block. And even before the game, Pochettino came out and said they struggle against low block a lot, and it's something they are looking forward. Such a game, you are 1 man down, bro. Even Pep Guardiola would go.
Yeah,
If you can get a draw, it's a favorable result.
So that's what I want to talk about. You have to understand that when you go 1 man down, you understand, like the kind of football Ange is trying to preach, which is attack. So by the time you get a red card, it becomes very difficult. And the injuries, I think it's as a result of the players are trying to adjust to that. That's because against Wolves on during the weekends, you see the fact that they are the one leading, they've gotten the goal, but Wolves is now pressing them. But due to the fact that the philosophy of the manager and the manager, you have to keep attacking.
Now, for those watching, you can go back to one of the episodes, I can't remember, where I mentioned Tottenham build-up structure is not that great this season. If you press them as hard as I spotted it against Sheffield when they play Sheffield, if you can press as hard as you can, you would get something out of that build-up phase. Even there was a former EPL manager which after the Arsenal game, when they played the North London derby, he said from their build-up, that was Steve Bruce. He said from their build-up, Tottenham were lucky not to concede at least 6 goals from their build-up. It's not that solid for what they want to play. And now,
and according to that's their build-up that you said. Now I think they are now missing James Maddison, because during their build-up, you always see Maddison coming in between the lines, coming outside the lines to receive ball. Sometimes he will move into the first phase of build-up to join them. He is always very involved in all their phases of build-up. First, second, and third phase of build-up.
Yeah.
Right now, Maddison I think he's coming back in January. Who do you think can replace Maddison in the squad? Because I've been trying to brainstorm. I don't see a single Tottenham player who can do what James Maddison is doing.
I think during the weekend they brought in Lo Celso.
Lo Celso can do it.
Lo Celso can do it. I know he can.
You think so?
Although he's not showing it. because that day was a little bit, maybe because he has not getting the rhythm. He's not really
because what against Maddison is doing for them. You can say against Maddison acting like this half number 8, half number 10 for
now,
them.
something is this. So something I feel is this. This is where squad depth would punish them. And then it just needs a bit of little tactical tweak. I feel like Bernard Johnson can actually, he might not be up to that standard, but if you shift him into, he played it during this Nottingham Forest days, he can play as that number 10,
just behind the striker
and all of that. So what they will just need is get back a winger, or you just go back to the basic 4-3-3.
And that is where squad depth. If they are going to move a Bernard Johnson to the number 10 role, now that means it will be vacant. The left wing will be vacant. Richarlison is not around. I think they have a problem. They will suffer.
Very big problem.
They will suffer.
And another issue is understanding of the game. Maddison has that understanding of the game. So whoever wants to come in, that will be the major issue. His understanding of the game is very, very important. So from Lo Celso or Johnson, I think the issue will be the understanding of the game. So I feel the manager just like you said, he just needs to go back to maybe base, because you have injury crisis already. You have to find a little bit of
spice in the team, because it still has a little bit of decent midfield depth. You can still get the Bissouma, the Bentancur, Pesa, Ojberg, and all of that. So if you can go back to just that basic 4-3-3, probably you might just get something. And you should just learn that you can't dominate every game. That's one hard thing I learned from last season.
He needs to learn. He needs to learn that, because if he's not going to learn, he's going to suffer in the English Premier League. You are playing the league that has world-class managers. If you had done something that you did against Chelsea, against Pep Guardiola,
even a team like Mancity during the weekend, when it got to a point, they had to sit back.
A bit, and they were going long. And that is one thing that I respect Pep Guardiola. It was last season against Arsenal. That was when I respected Pep. That he is now this kind of manager that can adapt to anything.
He's not rigid. He's not a rigid manager.
He used to be a very rigid manager back then, but right now he's
flexible.
He's
flexible. One sweet thing about
he just wants to get results.
People don't notice is he learns from every manager. He plays you. He picks something from your game. He plays you. He picks something from your game. This other play has been the style of Brentford, Thomas Frank's Brentford. Right from time, where they give the ball to Raya launch it long to Ivan Toney or Mbemo, then they bring the second striker into play and all of that. These little things are one other reason why Pep is just above everybody. And that's one other reason why I feel Arteta also brought in Nkethiah to be able to go long and then hold the ball and all of that. But so far it has not been working, so you just have to be explaining.
Yes. Let's move quickly to Spain. Let's leave England. Barcelona, they have been struggling this season because they are winning games, but
not convincing.
The Manchester of Spain.
They are always hiding under the shadow of La Liga. Is not that challenging enough. I think if Barcelona were in the English Premier League with their not so convincing performances they are putting in, I think they will be around maybe 67th on the table. But in the La Liga, you can still get into the top 4 with below par performances. Because I watched the game against Alaves during the weekend. But
I saw the first half also.
I was like, really? Those guys, if they had taken their chances, they would have gone 5-6-7.
The same thing happened in the previous match too.
Shakhtar Donetsk game.
Not Shakhtar Donetsk, the previous one.
I think that was Mallorca.
I can say for the last 5, 6, even down to 7 Barca games, I've not been convincing so far. That was why I made a statement a few time ago when I said Barca are underperforming with the quality they have. If you look at the squad they have and what they are actually doing on the pitch, you start to ask yourself, what is this guy really doing?
People try to gaslight us into thinking that Barcelona don't actually have the squad. But when you look at the squad, you look at the quality of youngsters behaving like matured players. Then you look at the kind of football they are giving. Even Lewandowski just scored 2 goals after how many matches? 6 matches or so. So I think when it comes to the issue of Barcelona, it goes down to the manager. Because there was a season they wanted to put out De Jong to move to another team. But when you look at the way Barcelona plays, you see De Jong is very, very instrumental.
Very, very crucial.
Very, very crucial because they don't have a Sergio Busquets again that can control the field of play. And the kind of midfielders they have now, we have Gavi, Gundogan. They don't really give what Frankie and others or a Sergio Busquets is going to give you. But when you look at their attacking play, like, to me, I don't even see a tactical game whenever it comes to Barcelona. I just see just a random manager.
A vibe and
inshallah. They struggle to create chances.
Coming to the case of Barcelona, this is where you know a good manager. And that's one reason I've been fighting Manchester United's manager, but won't dive into that. Flexibility, your ability to be tactically flexible. You don't have a Frankie de Jong at your disposal. Okay, what can I do?
What can I do?
Okay, can I go to the pivot of Gundogan and this, or go to the pivot of this and that? Just if it's to play this Aram football till you get your squad back, it's not. But so far,
and one thing I actually spotted in their plays that last season when they were challenging for the La Liga title, there is always this Gavi who is always playing in this number 8 role for them, and Gavi is always initiating their press. They want to press from the front foot. Right now, their pressing structure is a little bit scrappy because they have moved Gavi back into the deep role with Gundogan. He's not playing as a pivot to Gundogan. So that up top, they don't have that legs to provide that intensity again. You know, Gavi is this kind of crazy animal that can actually go into any tackles. Gattuso. So he's the one actually triggering the press for them, is the one initiating the press. But right now, they are losing that number because of Frankie de Jong. They have to move Gavi back into the pivot. So I think it's really affecting them right now, and I think they will suffer in Europe. I don't care what anybody tells me. Barcelona cannot defeat any standard big team.
In Europe.
In Europe. Well, I don't care if a Barcelona fan is watching this podcast right now. Barcelona can do well in Europe currently.
That was where eloquent. If you would watch this episode, so I'm throwing this back to you. If you could remember, I told him that you see the case of this as an inexperienced manager, you need an assistant who is tactically above you. Now you look at a Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp is not a great tactician, but his assistant Pep,
very wonderful tactician,
is the actual brain box of Liverpool. Julio of Mancity, Pep's Guardiola assistant. That man is. If you read books and things about him, is.
In fact, during Pep Guardiola's playing days, the man has already been a manager.
He's a brilliant.
He has already been a man. So Pep said even when he was still playing he used to call him for advice and all of that. And right now, he's a brilliant
manager. Tactician. Then even down to as small as Mikel, who is also almost same sets as Gavi because Xavi, because they are all new sets of
new school managers.
Arsenal's assistant coach has been Manchester United former assistant coach. He has coached at Ghent before and he has worked at several other clubs. I don't know if you get. There's this feel of experience, but Xavi's assistant is his brother. I don't know, and I feel like Xavi has this little bit of stubbornness in him. Yeah, you know, you see that stubborn feel. It's within Spanish managers. Don't get Mikel, Pep Guardiola, all of them.
They believe in
what they believe in. But something I won't take anything away from Gavi. Xavi, in as much as I criticize him, so far one thing I would commend him for has been his man management on some players, because under him Lewandowski has declined. But on some players, their performances under him has been great. He has given Barcelona fans something to hope for.
Okay, so let's see if Hassan will get this segment right. He lost the first segment. So right now, the next segment we're moving into right now is guess the player. I'm going to show you a player's hair.
Okay.
Just the hair.
Just the hair of the player. Definitely. Looking at the hair, you tell me who the player is.
No
so are we both ready? Let's go.
Play.
I have to get back.
Don't play.
So let's go for the first player. Which player is that? I want you to tell me the name of the player. Just peep into their hair.
This is Cody Gakpo.
No.
Johnson.
Bernard.
That's a point to. So you don't come now. Payback time you won't do for you. So.
He got it first last time. He got it first last time. He bottled it. You should be supporting Tottenham.
Now beauty they work. So we move to the next one. Which player is this? Take your time, check him very well. Look at the hairstyle. Look at the hairstyle very well. Which player is that?
Bit.
Check it very
Says
well.
Fabregas.
No.
Is there a name? Marcos Alonso?
No.
No, this is not Marcos Alonso.
I know.
If you want a clue, I'm here to help you.
Yeah,
guys.
you can give a clue.
Which league?
Should I give you a clue?
Yeah, a clue.
Okay, he's an Uruguayan. He plays for Uruguay.
Federico Valverde. No.
Yeah, that's
This
actually.
is Federico
This
Valverde.
Federico. Before it seems dead.
That's actually Federico Valverde. So a point apiece. I think why be saying a point when the two it takes starts.
Well. The next one will determine.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the next one. Let's see who gets it this time around. Which player is this? Check the airline very well. Check the head. Check everything very well.
Saka.
If this is Alphonse Davies.
Oh,
2 points. To,
Tottenham. You got everything.
well done.
you go to work for beauty. Like, no, don't practice too much.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see the next guy. Check it very. This guy, I want you to check it very well because it's a little bit tricky. Take your time. Look at the player very, very, very well. Take your time. Look
Gallagher.
No, it's not Gallagher.
Darwin Núñez.
No, it's not Nunes. Take your time. It's a player that you all know very well. You all know the player very
Andy
well.
Carroll.
No.
Diego Forlan.
No.
Still playing.
Yeah, still playing. Still very much playing. Look at the hairline. Look at the headband. Look at the way he bonded his hair.
He plays he still plays currently.
Yeah, he still plays currently. A current footballer.
I don't want Prosper to get this.
Prosper should not be getting that one.
Give us a clue.
A clue is he plays for Austria.
Szoboszlai.
No.
It's not Szoboszlai.
Sabista. Tottenham.
This is not a Sabitza.
No. When he said Austria, that was the name that came to my head. But I just mentioned when I said Szoboszlai, I was like,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness, this is not my day.
A bad day.
Try again next time.
Prosper is on 3 points.
3 points,
3
1 point.
points.
Yeah.
And you are on 1 point. So let's see who get the final question of the segment to guess the player correctly. Anybody will get this one. I go clap for him like maybe we can see. Check the player very well. A very popular player that you all know very well. Look at the player very well.
Raheem Sterling.
No. Check the player. It's someone that you all know very well. You all like him.
Oh my goodness.
Azan, you can do better. You have to challenge him.
I'm trying to.
Oh. You guys
This
check,
airline is so common. This hair shape is so common.
check the hairline very well.
No, this is not Jude. This
Kyle
can't
Walker?
be Jude. No, it can't be Walker.
No, Kyle Walker does not even go.
Callum Wilson.
No, that's not Wilson.
Oh, I went that far. Where did that come from?
Do not mention the country this time.
Guess.
You can mention the league.
I don't want to give you guys. Okay, let me give you a clue. He's a defender though. He's a defender.
Gabriel Magalhaes.
No.
No, he doesn't have much hair like that.
Check it out very well. Look at it.
A defender.
Let me
my
give you a 10 seconds countdown.
Oh my god.
1,
A defender.
2, 3,
No, this can be
4.
Fuck it, man.
5,
A defender.
6, 7,
Oof.
8,
Oh my goodness.
No fit be Varane now.
9,
Lucas. Oh my goodness.
10. Nobody get out.
I think that was the point
They were not able to get it. The answer is Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I didn't learn.
Now what I tell you, I say he's a defender. Now player we now know very well.
Oh my
The
god!
player I was looking at as centre backs. I was not even thinking of
I never thought of a right back.
So guys, we have something I want us to talk about. It's called Start One, Bench One, and You Sell One. Okay. So I have 3 wonderful playmakers. I want us to you tell me the one you're going to start, the one you're going to bench, and the one you're going to sell off. And under 2-3 minutes, you just give us your reasons why you will take that action as a manager if you are to be in the dugout and you have these 3 players at your disposal. Okay. So are we ready to go? No, so start one, bench one, sell one. We start from you. Kaka, Kevin De Bruyne, Mesut Ozil. You are the manager of these 3 guys. You have Ricardo Kaka, you have Mesut Ozil, and you have Kevin De Bruyne at your disposal. You can only start one. You have to bench one, and sadly one of them has to leave. What are you doing?
I think I'll go with start Kevin De Bruyne. To me, is an all-timer currently. Kevin De Bruyne. Yes, I know Kaka has a Ballon d'Or to his gallery, but I'll still go for Ozil.
You bench Ozil?
I'll bench Ozil.
So you are selling Kaka? Wow. You are selling the only one who has a Ballon d'Or among the 2 guys?
Well, when my decision is coming to the fact, it's a tactical decision to me, just like Eric Ten Hag will say.
Okay.
Because the kind of football maybe I believe in will actually work with Kevin De Bruyne. And with Ozil coming in as a sub, I feel like it will give a different dimension to what De Bruyne might give. But Kaka, I did not really watch Kaka that much. So that is why I'm not really giving chance to him. But I know he's a Ballon d'Or holder, and I know how good he was then with his highlights. But I watched De Bruyne.
So that would be what you as your manager. So what you, Prosper? What would you do?
Firstly, I would back him what he said, but in a different way. I was not opportune to watch Kaka to its fullest because his prime was when he won the Ballon d'Or, and after that it was just like the case of Mancity when he just won the Ballon d'Or and then
that was all.
That was it. So it's definitely going. I don't want injuries in my team.
So you're selling Kaka too?
I'm selling Kaka.
Wow, the 2 of them are selling Ballon d'Or winner.
I'll start the assist king, Mesut Ozil, and then I'll bench KDB. Yeah, because it might be from a place of personal sentiment. I watch Ozil long enough. Is one of those footballers I would pay anything to watch over and over again. Mm-hmm. Many people might have judged him during his time at Arsenal and all of that. Even his time at Arsenal, during the early days, he had a great career. But if you can trace back to his spell at Germany, his spell with the national team, his spell at Real Madrid, like he was one big engine room for that Real Madrid team and all of that. So for me, I'm not taking anything away from KDB. He's an all-timer because of his achievement. Your achievement also played a huge role for your all-timer and all of that. And it might be probably aesthetically pleasing to watch to this current day generation.
When you look at Kevin De Bruyne,
he has this physicality, this
even any tactics you might want to.
That's an edge. Yeah, it gives you that diversity. One issue I've always had with Ozil has been intense. That's the same thing I have with Odegaard. When games become extremely intense, you don't see the ego eye.
I think that's why most of these olden days number 10 are kind of fading away.
Number 10 position
it's fading away. It's dying.
When you look at Bernardo Silva, you see he has that intensity. That's why he's able to keep up.
Because we don't see players like Deva Silva, Mesut Ozil. We don't see those
James Rodriguez,
those typical number 10. You don't see them again in the modern game. I think I will have to go with Azan too.
No problem.
Well, because I think I'll go for KDB. I'll start KDB. I know he's not readily available all the time, but when he's available, I think he's better than the 2 other guys. He's better than so from my own point of view, he's better than the 2 other guys because according to like Azan said, it gives me that tactical diversity that I want in a player. I can play him out wide, I can play him as a number 8, I can play him as a number 10. So it gives me this variety of options. And I'll put Mesut Ozil in the bench. When defenders are slightly tired, when they are mentally out of the game, is this guy that can just give me that true ball, that one pass, that line breaking pass that will break 6-7 lines. I don't care.
One pass from Ozil changes the game.
It changes the game. So sadly, Ricardo Kaka, I will have to sell Ricardo Kaka. The only time, if you look at the best of Kaka, the only clip you will see is that Manchester United against AC Milan, Manchester United. The guy, to me, I will always say it, one of the most overrated Ballon d'Or winners in history. And guys, I want you to tell me one player that you have seen that, oh, this is the best player I've seen with my naked eyes.
A player that's not Messi or Ronaldo, or you can pick.
Yes, you can pick anyone. Messi and Ronaldo, they are footballers as well. So that's you have watched and you are like, come on, this is a very wonderful footballer.
From each position or
Just any position, be defender, be goalkeeper, that you are like, to me, that you, okay, someone, let me put it this way, someone that you can sit your kids down and tell them, whatever anybody tells you, do not believe. This is the greatest footballer. Baba Yaro is the greatest footballer. So just tell me that footballer that is the greatest to you, as the best that you have sat down.
The best footballer I have watched might be Messi, but for me it's Luis Suarez. I've never seen a striker that intelligent. I've never seen, just like Mesut Ozil, I would give $1 million to watch Luis Suarez play in Europe again. He's
that good.
He's that good. That aura, that nuisance, that he has everything in his locker room. Playmaking. He's just the modern person, the modern version of him that just probably the person lacks that art is Harry Kane. When it comes to that playmaking, that all-round play, everything. Like even as bad as it goes to down to free kick, Luis Suarez is there.
He's always there.
Like he's someone that can take to a battle, and I'm very confident to come out with a victory. Yeah, Luis Suarez.
Over to Wazan.
Well, I'm very, very indecisive about this. I'm kind of like a Ronaldo fan for a type of team, but when it comes to the beauty of the game, the beautiful game of football, nobody has ever come as close to what Messi is doing. Because when you look at his understanding of the game, the way he moves, because I want to mention, I've been watching football for like how many years now. Who have I ever seen that I'm watching? I don't watch Messi. That's the funniest thing. I don't watch Barcelona games to know how good Messi is. But I know whenever I see Messi, this is football.
He's a beautiful boy. He's a beautiful boy.
It's just the definition of football, as you can see. People can argue Ronaldo. I argue Ronaldo based on the fact that I believe he's giving whatever Messi might be doing, Ronaldo is also doing it, yes, in his own way. But when it comes to football, I'm not saying Ronaldo does not play as good, but when it comes to one of the most beautiful players I've ever seen play the game of football in my time, I'll give it to Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi. I think I will go for Lionel Messi as well. You know, Messi has given me this vibe. Like sometimes when I watch Messi and I'm going to bed, I'll just smile. Messi is someone that I will tell my kids. I was opportune to watch Lionel Messi play the game of football. He has changed the way I see the game of football. I was this guy the first guy that I love very well. Honorable mention to Steven Gerrard. I love Steven Gerrard very well. His passion. If we're talking about passion, Steven Gerrard pours out that passion. If the stadium of Liverpool is called Anfield, Steven Gerrard is Liverpool. Yes, that is to me. That is my own school of thought. But Lionel Messi, come on, I've seen Messi a lot of time decide game by himself. You know, players they can't even touch him. So he's this kind of guy that I believe that he's in his own planet, and this will drive us to the question that which football game has been the greatest football match that you have ever seen. Let me start with Prosper. The greatest football match you have seen with your naked eye. This is the greatest game. No game will come close.
I would have gone for the World Cup game, but I feel it's a popular. So for me, the greatest game I've seen and that would never get out of my head is Barcelona PSG, the 6-1. Coming back from the 4-0 defeat at Parc des Princes, and he come back to Camp Nou, and then Cavani just it seems everything was going fine, and then Cavani just that one goal, and it was, oh my god, it's not happening. And then bro, like that game had everything
in it.
It had everything. You can argue it being robbery, this, that. It has so many mixed emotions. Like that was the game. Yeah. After the game, I was just walking home and people were just shouting all over the streets, Messi! Like, guy, it was that's the greatest game. Like that game, I would sit, just like you said in the case of Messi, I would sit my kids down and tell them about that game, because that game was one game where the MSN stood up, where you saw Luis Suarez, the dark heart of Luis Suarez.
They were all at their best.
At their best.
I think for me, people have to say I'm a bit sentimental here. I'll go with the Liverpool versus Barcelona game. Corner taking quickly.
Eloquent is not like this. Corner taking quickly.
You know, the game, as an average Liverpool fan, you're already out of the game.
Definitely.
I won't lie. As a Liverpool fan, I was not very optimistic going into that game. You know, there was this my friend that was asking me what's my take on the second leg. I was like, we played during the first leg, so what's the point? We already 3 goals down. They have the Suarez, they have the Messi, people that can decide game. So going into that game, Liverpool were without Mohamed Salah. Liverpool were without Bobby Firmino, 2 of the best strikers in Europe at the moment. And it was like, how can you even play Origi, Sadio Mane and Xherdan Shaqiri against Barcelona and expect a result? It's not going to happen. And it did happen. 4-0. So to me, I'll take that Liverpool versus Barcelona game.
I think I'll go for the first encounter with Atletico Madrid by what we all know as the Heavenly Team, God's team, Real Madrid. The 4-1 victory at...
during the Champions League
final. Sergio Ramos moment.
I think they got an early goal. Yeah, Atletico Madrid
got an early goal, then sat back till 90-something and Ramos jumped.
I can remember then I was watching the match, and as at 90-something I lost, because then, you know, you don't watch football, you watch football at, you know, you peep.
Yeah, that's true.
So I felt so bad for Cristiano because I wanted him to win that Champions League, but I felt like that was it. Then after that Sergio Ramos goal, I ran home shouting goal because I had to be back home. I can't stay outside by that moment. The next morning, I was expecting there to be like, okay, penalties and that's all. The next thing I'll be hearing is Madrid won by 4-1. Like, how is that possible? A 4-1 victory when a team that is so compact like that, how did it happen? So I think I'll go with the Real Madrid 4-1 victory against Atletico Madrid.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful games. I don't do old. Beautiful games.
Those are beautiful games. I think that one, they will even refreshed our memory.
Yeah, I've forgotten about that.
That's a very beautiful game. And guys, there is this challenging game. I know it's challenging, but I'm sorry, I'll have to give it to you guys. It's a little bit challenging. It's called Filling the Grid.
Okay.
So
the grid.
Yeah. So you have lost 2 challenges.
You are calling it a challenge, but
Butler, the man who worked with Nigerian Beauty. So Eric Tehag's voice. So I'm going to send each of you your grid.
Yeah.
Okay. Your grid will not be the same thing as your own grid. Okay. So I'm going to send you your grid, and we're going to time you. You have to fill in the grid under 2 minutes.
Okay.
Under 2 minutes.
Okay.
You have to fill in the grid. So if you're not able to fill in the grid, we move to the next person that's going to fill in the grid. So I'm going to start with who make I start with among them?
Lead.
Let me start with Prosper, who is leading. So
even if I lose, you won't equalize. Even if I lose, you won't equalize.
There might be special points, you know.
So the grid, what you have to do is you just tell us that, like, probably maybe a player that has played for Chelsea and Atletico Madrid. You tell us the name. You move to the next column and the next row. You tell us the player that has played for the row and the column. You know how the thing goes. So you just say it out. It's not like maybe you just be thinking in your mind. You say it out. Barca, Madrid, Figo. You understand? So let's start with Prosper. So here goes your grid. So you are going to tell us the players who have played for the team.
Man U Inter, Alexis Sanchez.
Okay.
Inter, Dortmund, Enrique Mkhitaryan.
Okay.
Inter Milan, Chelsea, Romelu Lukaku.
Okay.
Manchester United, Real Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
I should have started this.
You should have started it. Then, Then Real Madrid, Chelsea. I'll come back to that Real Madrid. Real Madrid, Chelsea, Gonzalo Higuain.
Okay.
Juventus, Manchester United, Angel Di Maria.
Okay.
Juventus, Dortmund, Olive. Emre Can.
Okay.
Juventus, Chelsea, Alvaro Morata. Now, what I have left is Real Madrid.
Madrid and
Madrid, Dortmund. Madrid, Dortmund. Oh.
Think about it.
Achraf Hakimi.
Wow, that was it. That was a very, very intense one. That was very fast. I think you spent about 1 minute and 50 something seconds. So let's go to you, Butler. Let's see if you would be able to.
I should have gone to this.
Okay, so here is your grid. You're going to fill in the grid. Tell us the player who have played for a team. Take your time to check the grid.
This is
Arsenal, Barcelona.
This is an easy
Thierry
grid.
Henry.
Thierry Henry, okay.
Very easy.
PSG, Barcelona, Neymar.
Okay.
Liverpool, Barcelona. Barcelona. I'll come back to that.
Okay.
Arsenal, Tottenham. I'll come back to that.
Okay. Okay.
PSG, Tottenham. I'll go with. I'll come back to that.
Okay.
I should have gotten this one. No.
Okay.
All this I would have come back to that. I'm
my
sure.
goodness. Arsenal, AC Milan. I have Olivier Giroud.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have PSG, AC Milan. I have Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Okay.
Liverpool, AC Milan. I have.
Can I give him heads up?
No, you can't.
Liverpool, AC Milan. This is somehow.
Ping.
Is it? No, there's no judgment one out there.
His time is running out.
Yeah, definitely.
Then which one have I not called before?
You have not called
you haven't,
PSG, Tottenham,
PSG, Tottenham,
Arsenal,
Liverpool. You haven't called that.
Arsenal, Tottenham, then Tottenham, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Then the
Tottenham and PSG. You haven't.
then
named that.
Barca, Liverpool also. It was Barca, Liverpool. He hasn't called.
He hasn't called back
I
Liverpool.
think I called Barca Liverpool.
Who?
No, you haven't.
Barca Liverpool.
You said you will come back to it.
Suarez.
Okay.
Xavi Suarez. Barca
I
Liverpool.
did not think of Coutinho.
Then, oh my goodness.
Okay.
Suarez was the only player that came to my head. Tottenham, Arsenal. I've mentioned that.
No.
No, you haven't.
Tottenham and Arsenal. I have. Who should I go with? What am I thinking?
There's a player that has played for Tottenham and has played for Arsenal as well. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
This is strange.
So strange.
Then you still have
so
Tottenham, PSG.
You have Tottenham, PSG as well.
Tottenham, PSG. What player is coming to my head?
Should I give him heads up?
No, you can't.
Tottenham.
When your time is up.
PSG, Tottenham, PSG.
Now time. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
This is
9.
This is post.
10. Tottenham, PSG, Lucas Moura. Arsenal, Tottenham, Sokambe.
So you keep bottling it.
You should be supporting Tottenham, my friend.
We go pack bot to score your goal.
You should be supporting Tottenham. At least if he's going home today, we should give him some bottles.
I think Manchester United are not informed, so probably.
It's affecting your.
You said no day for because as your team no day for. So
That's the last one.
so I want you to build.
Sorry. Even the AC Milan, Liverpool.
He didn't name AC Milan. AC Milan.
Divock Origi.
Divock Origi is there. Divock Origi is there.
Divock Origi.
Yeah, Divock Origi.
Divock
is there.
Origi.
I was thinking of it, but Ronaldo.
One of them went to. It was Divock
Yeah,
Origi.
Divock Origi,
Yeah,
Divock
so go
Origi
to
is
the
there.
next
And
one.
even Tottenham and PSG, they have Lucas Moura as well.
Yeah, I mentioned Lucas Moura to him.
So, Prosper is leading on 3 challenges right now.
3-0. It's
3 challenges right now.
Well, it's a good day for him.
A bad day for
I'll
Hazard.
come back another day.
I bet me that they pray for Hazard. He did on us seat.
Pray for Hazard.
A bad day. He has lost 3 challenges right now. Let's see if we win the 2 challenges. But before we go into those 2 challenges, I want you to build your perfect manager.
Okay.
You're going to build your perfect manager. You have these attributes: tactics, personality, man management, transfers, developing youngsters, and dress sense.
okay.
So let me start with you. Tactics.
Obviously, the juniors, Pep Guardiola,
Okay. Personality.
Jose Mourinho, the special one.
You love his personality.
I love his special.
Definitely.
Man management.
Man management, I would go for. It would be an odd one, but he's a newbie, so I would go for Xavi Hernandez. Xavi Hernandez. Yeah, he has improved a lot of
transfers.
Transfers. One of the best transfers. Pep Guardiola actually. His talent ID, the way he spends money, everything. It's giving.
Wow. Developing youngsters.
Mauricio Pochettino from his time at Southampton, Tottenham and now Chelsea.
Okay. So finally, dress sense.
Dress sense. This is where I would have a bit of dress sense. My style is not really in the league. But dress sense, I think I would go for. I don't like my style is not really in the league, so I would just go for. I'll give it to Mikel Arteta. He's not. No, I'll give it to Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola is a bit stylish.
I was thinking you don't remember Pep Guardiola.
He's a bit stylish. Yeah.
Pep Guardiola. So that's your own perfect manager. Let's go to Azan. Your perfect manager. Tactics.
Oh, when it comes to tactics, I'll go with. I'll go with Jurgen Klopp. Okay. Personality. Personality, I'll go with the ice cold Carlo Ancelotti.
Wow. Man management.
The great Sir Alex Ferguson. I'll go with that. Transfers. I think I'll go with transfers. Yeah. I'm not really too sure which manager gives me that transfer edge. I think I'll go with. I can't go with the Guardiola. I don't really see his transfers that special. I'll go with Jose Mourinho.
For transfers. Developing youngsters.
I'll go with my able manager, Eric Ten Hag. You can have your argument. That's a big one. When it comes to when he was at Ajax, yes,
he developed quite.
You can't use the yardstick of Ajax.
No, it's just his thing. We take it like that.
I'll take it like that.
Dress sense,
definitely. Pep Guardiola. He has that stylish way of coming sometimes.
Well, okay. For me, if I'm going to build my perfect manager, tactics, I'm going for Pep Guardiola. Personality, it has to be Jurgen Klopp. I love his personality. I love everything about him. Man management, I think it will have to be Sir Alex Ferguson. Man management. Transfers, I think I'll be a little bit sentimental here. I'll go for Jurgen Klopp as well in his transfers. He gets it spot on. Most of the time. Developing youngsters, I think I'm going to give it to Mauricio Pochettino.
Okay.
Yes. And dress sense. I love the way Pochettino dresses.
He's actually cool.
He's cool.
I thought of him.
I love his dress sense. He's cool.
He gives this corporate. But then again, I like this rascal.
I don't like.
Pep gives you this young guy.
I thought about him, but when you look at Guardiola with his dress sense and the way
he doesn't have Guardiola does not have a particular style.
No, the Guardiola is just this casual type. Most of the time he's going to give you that casual dressing
against Sevilla, where he wore one shirt, and I asked myself, should Pep they come from bed near
the way the
shirt was just I was like
sometimes Pep Guardiola will dress like he's rushing to the field and he's less concerned about waiting where he just wants to get the results. So that is the whole perfect manager. So tell us in the comment section which of us has built the perfect manager. You've all heard what we gave them, the attributes, the manager that excels in each of the attributes that we stated. So give us in the comment section who you think built the perfect manager, and let's dive into the fourth segment of the game. So I want you to pick up your phone. This one is called 6-digit code.
6-digit code.
Yes.
Wow.
It is called a 6-digit code. So I'm going to dictate things to you, and you're going to give the actual number. You're going to use that number to create a 6-digit code.
I don't get.
Okay, now I'm going to give you like the maybe let's take for example Gavi's age. Gavi is what's his? I think he's 19. Let's just say 19. Gavi is 19. The goals Lewandowski scored last season, 22. Harry Kane's age, 30. So which means 6 digits code. So I'm going to ask those questions. You're going to write down the number. So at the end of the question, you're going to give me the 6 digits code that you have generated.
Okay.
Do you understand like that?
Okay, you can generate anything. It can be the goals, can be the.
I'm going to dictate the question. So you give me the actual figure. So that figure is what you're going to use to generate your 6 digits. So
that would be your point.
Yeah. So once you have your 6 digits, you just say 6 digits. This 6 digit I have is 7163. I'm going to tell you if the 6 digit code is correct. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one is number of Wayne Rooney Premier League goals and the number of Ryan Giggs Premier League assists. 6 digits code, guys.
Number of Wayne Rooney Premier League goals.
Yes.
And number of Ryan Giggs Premier League assists.
Oh my God.
Give us the code. Number of Wayne Rooney Premier League goals, the number of Premier League goals that Wayne Rooney scored, and the number of assists that
I have the 6-digit code.
you have the 6 digits code. Okay. Give us the 6 digits code.
208162.
28162. That's right. Bravo.
You're legend.
Prosper is a legend for a reason.
Thinking
So
of the assist, man.
so let's go to question 2. Number of Lionel Messi's Ballon d'Or. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Andres Iniesta's current age. Are you with me? The total number of games Xavi Hernandez played for Barcelona. It's going to give you guys a 6-digit code. Let me dictate the question again. The number of Lionel Messi's Ballon d'Or. Andres Iniesta's current age. The total number of games Xavi Hernandez played for Barcelona. You guys should have a 6-digit code by now.
Wow.
Number of Lionel Messi's Ballon d'Or. Andres Iniesta's current age.
I saw Iniesta's age recently.
And the number of games Xavi Hernandez has played for Barcelona.
Today's a bad day.
Today. I've gotten the first two, but that Xavi Hernandez thing is.
I'm not even sure of Andre Iniesta's age.
Xavi Hernandez thing is. I just have the 3-digit code, so I can't go with 6.
Okay. Do you have a 6-digit code?
I don't.
You have
Just 3 digits.
So are you going to pass the question?
Yeah. I'll pass.
Just pass it.
You're passing the question. None of them get it.
It was
So
39.
let me help you out. Lionel Messi has 8 Ballon d'Or. Andres Iniesta's current age is 39. And Xavi Hernandez played 767 games for Barcelona.
700.
So the 6-digit code you should have is 839767. That should be your 6-digit code. So we'll move to the next question, guys. Are we ready? Haaland's age.
I think I'm not good with numbers.
Haaland's age. Are you with me?
I know Haaland.
Haaland's age.
Okay.
The age Robin Van Persie retired.
God.
And the age Pele died. You have a 6-digit code.
God.
Neymar's Haaland's age. Ellen Haaland's age. No cheating. Prosper. No cheating.
The Van Persie, then Pele's age.
Haaland's age. The age Van Persie retired from football. And the age Pele died. That will give you a 6-digit code, guys.
I'm not good with numbers.
Haaland's age. The age Robin Van Persie retired from football. And Pele's age when he died. Pele's age when he died. Erling Haaland age. Robin Van Persie's age when he retired. And the age of Pele when he died. Give me a 6-digit code.
I'll pass.
Just give me a 6-digit code.
I'll pass.
This should have been where I should have been,
You should be flying.
But I'm bad with numbers.
Bad with numbers. Okay, so I'll bail you guys out since you are passing the question. So the code that you should have gotten is Haaland's age is 23. Haaland is 23 years of age. Robin Van Persie retired from football at the age of 35. And Pele died at the age of 82. So the 6-digit code you should have gotten is 233582. That should have been your 6-digit code. So next question.
Oh boy.
At least one of you should get it. is on 1 point from this segment.
Yeah.
And I'm on 0 points.
Wow. The 6 digit code segment, go far. So, next question, guys. Cristiano Ronaldo's total goal in his career.
God.
And Lionel Messi. Yes. Cristiano Ronaldo's total goal in his career.
Yeah, he's fun. You should know that.
Lionel Messi's total goal in his career. Lionel Messi's total goal in his career. Cristiano Ronaldo's total goals.
I think we should be starting from this.
See Ronaldo's total goal in his career. Lionel Messi's total goal in his career. Currently. At the moment. Prosper?
Pass. I need to pass.
Wow.
I need to pass. No.
Prosper is passing. The person who was saying a King Kong before.
No.
Pass.
I'm still actually the one winning this round. I'm still actually the one.
But
Yeah.
this game is definitely...
Azan, you have a 6 digit code for us?
No, I don't.
Really?
I don't.
Really?
I don't.
Are you guys passing?
Ronaldo's number keep increasing.
Are you guys passing? So let me bail you out. Cristiano Ronaldo's total goal is 864 as at now. Lionel Messi's total goal is 821. So you have 864, 821 as your 6 digit code. So the last question on the 6 digit code segment, let's see if one of them will do well. So far so good, only Prosper has gotten a question. We're still waiting for Azan's first win. So let's go for Cesc Fabregas total EPL assist and Kevin De Bruyne total EPL assist.
I'll take quarter to that.
Cesc Fabregas total EPL assist, Kevin De Bruyne total EPL assist. You have a 6 digit code. Think about this one. I want you guys to get this one. Think about it. Cesc Fabregas
KDB and
Cesc
so
Fabregas.
they are both on the hundreds.
Yeah,
That's basically they are both on hundreds.
That's a clue. They are in the 100 family.
So we have 2 digits already.
Yes.
1 dash dash 1 dash.
So how many Premier League assists did Cesc Fabregas have? How many Premier League assists did Kevin De Bruyne? Join the 3 digits together, make up a 6 digit code.
I feel like I've not been paying attention to numbers.
Exactly.
And now it is eating me up.
It's eating me up big time. Like I don't need to pass.
How about you?
Pass on this. I feel down as a champion, you know. But most times you just have to let the other.
You know the funniest thing about Prosper is he was doing like this. He got in a king. Man,
I'm still the king.
Really?
I'm still okay.
Really?
Okay. How many points has he got from all the games?
So I
I
will.
got some points.
Just one.
So I will help you guys out. Cesc Fabregas has a total of 111 Premier League assists.
I know it was
And
around
KDB has a Premier League assist of 102. So your 6 digit code you should have come up with is 111102. 11102. So on the segment of the 6 digit code, they didn't do very well, but at the end of the day, Prosper still won the segment. So 4 segments right now, Prosper is leading. So before we move into the final segment of the podcast, I want to ask them one question. In all honesty,
Okay.
give me a rival player that you will swap to be in your team.
Currently.
Yes. You're a Manchester United fan, right? Give me that rival player that you will bring to your team any amount. Swap.
With any of your players.
Any of your player. You just swap. I take this guy. Bring this. Take this guy. Give us this.
United fans do not want me to mention Rashford. I don't see Rashford now. I need a very focal point in that team that's very, very effective.
So you swap Rashford.
No, I'm not going with Rashford. He can stay on his own. I think I'll go with... There's a player I envy so much at Chelsea. I think
Your rival is actually Mancity, not even Chelsea.
Chelsea is also my rival.
Yeah,
Your local rival.
Chelsea is also a rival too.
Is it a specific rival?
No, Chelsea is also a rival as far as it's your opponent.
I'll go with Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez.
I'll swap Enzo Fernandez
Who are you swapping with?
a lot of people in our midfield, definitely. Probably Scott McTominay.
I'll
swap Enzo Fernandez for Scott McTominay.
That's a good swap. That would be a good business. Prosper.
I'll swap James Maddison, player for player, right? I'll swap James Maddison for Cedric Suarez. I'll take choice right back. I'm swapping from.
No.
No. It's player for player, man.
No.
It's player for player. It's a player.
You have to give us that player who is consistent in the team, who is just like
even from
who,
the row.
who yeah,
Same,
who,
I think
Kayabat. Jide. Tottenham straight. Kayabat. Jide. Tottenham is calling.
For me personally, I think it should just be I'm having a dilemma. I don't even know who to go with, but I'm sorry. Endo Wataru. Oh my God!
I can still remember him telling me Endo is going to be.
The 30 years old youngster. They were telling me about the 30 years old man.
If you're a big fan of Endo Wataru watching this right now, I'm going to swap Endo Wataru. I'm swapping him for a Caicedo. Give me a Caicedo, take Endo Wataru. That's me. So guys, the final segment of the podcast. This is the final segment. Let's see who will be the king of the segment. You have already won 4. Let's bring this guy. So the final segment is just trivia questions. So okay. I'm going to dictate the question. Anybody who knows it, just tell me the straight answer. Okay. I think we're on the same page.
Let's go.
Okay. So who is the only player to have won league titles in England, Spain, and Italy?
Ronaldo. England, Spain, Italy. Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's correct. Yeah, it's correct. Juventus, Real Madrid, and Manchester United.
As a point. What is the significance of the number 211 in relation to football?
Number 211.
211 in football. What is the significance? That number plays a significant role in football. 211.
Is that the tactics?
Now, formation just came from my head. Like, I was thinking of 3. It's 2v2.
211.
211.
What is the significance?
I think this is the first time I'll be hearing.
That is the first time actually I'm hearing this.
Yeah. 211.
211.
Wow.
Think about it. Think about it.
Can you give a clue?
Is it a tactics?
Yeah, it's not a tactics. It's not a tactics.
It's an event.
No, it has to do with body. Organization. Organization in football.
211.
211. You're passing.
I'm passing it.
So let me bail you out. We have 211 members in FIFA. FIFA has 211 participating members. So, which country has won the most AFCON titles and how many times have they won it? Which country has won the most AFCON titles and how many times have they won it?
Most AFCON titles?
Yes, and how many times have they won it? Wow. So that's a two-way question. You have to tell us the country, you have to tell us the number of times they have won it. It's a two-way question. Which country has won the most AFCON titles and how many times have they won it? Think about it, guys.
When it comes to African football, that's my weak spot. I suck at African football.
I'm trying to pin a country.
I feel it's Nigeria.
No, it's not Nigeria.
No. Not Nigeria.
I just know it's not Nigeria.
Not Nigeria. Let me give you a clue. A clue, right? Not African country.
Algeria.
No.
Is it Egypt? No, I don't know.
A not African country.
Not African country. Morocco.
No.
What the fuck?
You were about to say something.
Tunisia.
Egypt. That was what I wanted to mention.
Egypt. You got it right. And how many times have they won it?
My first thought was actually Egypt, but I was not so sure.
Okay,
I don't know.
So I'm not going to give anyone that question. The right answer is Egypt, and they've won it a record 7 times. So, which country has appeared in the most World Cup final without winning it?
Argentina?
No.
Spain?
No.
The most World Cup
Germany.
final without winning it.
No.
They have appeared in the most World Cup finals, but they haven't won it.
England.
No. England had the World Cup title, 1966.
Yeah.
Bobby Charlton era.
Before, yeah.
Which country has appeared the most in a World Cup final without winning it?
I don't think it's Croatia.
No, Croatia has just been there.
Think about it. It's a popular country. It's a popular country that you
Belgium?
know. No.
Belgium, nah.
It's not even Portugal.
Think about it.
Portugal, no.
Pray for them. They are on hot seat, guys.
I don't
Pray
want,
for
I don't want
them.
you to get it. That's my
Proud maybe you can win
your
this
biggest
segment.
nightmare.
You can win this segment.
I'm your biggest
A
nightmare.
very, very popular country.
Yeah, popular country.
Have
What
they won the World Cup
continent?
before?
No.
Now, let me give you clue. They are in Europe. So don't think about any country outside of Europe. The country is in Europe. It's an European nation.
Italy?
No.
Italians
my
have won the
goodness.
World Cup.
Italian
I
won the
know
World
they-
Cup in 2006.
Without winning it.
Yeah, they've been to.
The Netherlands.
Yeah.
So 1-1 On the- one on the podcast last segment called Trivia Questions. Let's see who will get that final question in Trivia Question segment and win the segment. So the final question of the segment: who won the most recent EPL Golden Glove?
Most recent EPL Golden Glove. Ederson.
David De Gea.
You lost that question. You're a Man United fan.
Is that most recent?
Most
recent.
recent.
Most
the last
recent.
one.
No, you said
The most recent.
Most
the most
recent.
recent.
Who won the
Most recent.
Most
Yeah.
I was
recent.
thinking it's like.
No.
Who won the most recent?
No.
That'll be the hair won
Sorry,
the
that was a
English.
mistake.
When you're coming next time, yeah.
No, that was a mistake.
No.
Yes, yes,
When you're coming next time, yeah. When you're coming next time, come with like 2 other people to face me because
No,
guy, you're not a match. You're not a match. Wallahi, you're not a match. Bring somebody else, Kenny. Bring somebody else. You're not a match.
Calm down. I think it was the English. I said most. I was thinking it was.
I was thinking you would get it that you are a Man United
No.
fan. You should know that David De Gea
He's
won.
a butler. He's a Tottenham fan. He's guiding under Manchester United.
He be
He's a
Tottenham
butler.
fan.
He's a butler.
If you know Azam before, if you think he tell you say he be
This
Man
is
U
what
fan.
he is.
He's see now waiting go the drink from now.
That's actually my nickname.
So this has been a very, very exciting episode of the podcast. Thank you all very much for watching. And what can you do to assist us on this podcast? All you need to do is just tap the subscribe button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the bell notification icon so that when we drop an episode of the podcast, you'll be the first guy to know. And on this episode, we want you guys to be a part of the podcast too. So we're going to give you a question and you stand a chance to win 2,000 naira. If you know too small for you for Nigeria economy, if you know that 2,000 naira is not too small for you, all you need to do is follow DFKenny01 on Twitter. Make sure you're doing that. Follow DFKenny01 on Twitter. Once you do that, I'm going to dictate the question right now. We're going to pick random winners. We are only picking random winners. So a lot of people can get the question. Don't come for our head that we didn't select you. We are going to check your profile, confirm if you are following DFKenny01, and if you get the question right, you might be the local winner. So the question goes like this. Which question make we ask them? Make it hard.
So basically, let me break it down for the layman understanding. You should be following the Twitter page, subscribing to the YouTube channel. You would comment your Twitter handle on the YouTube comment section, and then with your answer attached to it. So that's what you would do. Now, so that's what you would do. So now the question here, don't play. You get a big money, don't play.
So there is a player that has played for AC Milan, Inter Milan, and he has won Champions League with 3 different teams. Let's know the player in the comment section. Make sure, like Prosper said, you drop your Twitter handle on the YouTube comment section, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure you subscribe to the Twitter channel as well. A player that has played for AC Milan, Inter Milan, he has won 3 Champions League titles with 3 different teams. Let's know the name of the player in the comment section, and you might stand a chance to win 2,000 euros. So, from me, my name is Kenny. I am signing out, and this is
Prosper Westman,
the winner.
The winner. Odogu no be nickname. Odogu no be nickname.
For a reason.
But now you need to calm down.
And we have a Nigerian beauty company. Azan, we have to check you.
The butler.
So, till the next episode of the podcast, we are signing out, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.